Hello students, you all remember last time when we discussed our English activities sheet. In that there was a question number 4B, which was summary writing. And today we are going to study about summary writing. Summary writing is for 5 marks. So let's see, what is a summary writing? A summary gives the main points of a passage in brief. Summary writing, I'll repeat again. A summary gives main points of the passage in brief. Okay, so let's see, there are certain rules and regulations which you have to keep in your mind while writing the summary writing. So let's start. First point, read the passage carefully. The first thing that you have to keep in your mind is read the passage carefully. When you get a passage in the question paper, that will be mostly it will be a unseen passage, that is a non-textual passage. So you have to read the passage carefully and understand it. Second, underline important points. Second point is you have to underline. While reading only, you have to underline the important points. With pencil you can underline. Leave dates, names, quotations, examples which are not important. When you are converting your summary writing, when you are writing your summary writing, you have to leave the dates, names, quotations which you feel are not important. So this will help to reduce your passage into smaller size. Next is use conjunctions and coordinators. Next is you can use conjunctions, you can use coordinators, for example and, but, or you can use these words and you can make the length of the sentence small. So your passage length will be reduced. Stick to the main and original idea of the passage. This is the main thing which you have to keep in mind. When you are converting the passage, when you are making it into smaller size, keep in your mind that the main idea of the passage, the originality of the passage should not change. Okay, then change direct speech into indirect speech. Some place in your passage, in some places you will get direct speeches and all that, so that you can convert into indirect speech, so it will look more nice. Next is avoid using exact words. Next is avoid using exact words. For example, don't write as it is written in the passage. Mostly children do that mistake. As it is written in the passage, same way they write the this also. Again they will try to convert it. So use your own words. Use good words, use your own words. But you have to see that the idea of the passage is not changed and you are not using the exact words of the passage. That is done. Summary should be in your own words. This, as I told you earlier before the seventh point, try to see that you write the passage in your own words. Reduce to 1/3 of the length of passage. The passage which is given to you all, the non-textual passage which is given to you all, see to it that you reduce to the 1/3 of the length. The original passage which is given, you have to reduce to the 1/3 length of that original passage. Give suitable title. So you have to give a suitable title for the passage which is given to you all. A proper and appropriate title you have to give. When you read the passage, you come to know what is the gist or what is the main idea of the passage. So according to that, you create a own title in your mind and you can give that. So let's see the marking scheme. For title you get 1 marks. Students, when you write appropriate title, you get 1 marks. Central idea. When you write the central idea of the passage, you get 2 marks. Correct? When you write the central idea, when you read, you come to know what is the actual passage about. So for that you get 2 marks. Appropriate language. This I told you all, you have to use proper punctuations and coordinators and indirect speeches and whatever words which is required. And when you write it appropriately, you get 2 marks. So overall it is 5 marks. So I hope students, you all understood what is summary writing. Summary writing is a very scoring topic. So revise it very nicely, and I hope you all understood it. Thank you.